fans. I am here for a little evening flow tonight with you. Not too long, around 10-15 minutes. Just winding down before bed. It's a great thing to do. So tonight we will start kneeling on our mats, facing forward. We can either take a block beneath our hips or just settle right onto our heels, whatever is comfortable. And we'll just start with a few arm movements. So keep those shoulders drawn away from the ears, plugged back into the backside body. And we'll begin by inhaling, bringing the hands together and exhaling, hands to heart center. We'll take a few of those, keeping shoulders drawn away from the ears. Inhale, exhale. Last one, we'll inhale, exhale. From here, we'll bring our hands into a table. If we have that block, we'll remove that over to the side and line ourselves up into a nice neutral table. So the tops of our feet are pressing down in to the mat, and here we distribute the weight through the fingers by grasping that mat with the fingertips. Our knuckles will tent up. This keeps the weight from dumping into those wrists. So we have one line from the tailbone to the crown of the head here in neutral tabletop, and just feel yourself pressing actively away from that mat, as if you'll float right up and away. From here, we'll inhale, opening the heart center forward, drawing those shoulders back, and tailbone rising to the ceiling. Gaze shifts up towards the forehead. When we exhale, tucking chin to chest, pressing that spine away, rounding away from the mat as much as possible. Moving through cat-cow a few times, let that breath be the movement. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. From here, we'll settle back into that neutral table, tuck those toes, and just reach those hips back to the heels. Pat out, massage out those feet from a long day. We forget how much those feet do for us, but those muscles can tighten up and can use a little love at the end of the day before bed. From here, we'll rise back up into a neutral table, press those palms, those tops of the feet into the mat, and from here, we'll inhale that right arm up, and exhale, thread it through, bringing that right shoulder and right ear down to the mat. From here, you can keep this left hand on the mat, or you can come up, reaching it to the front of the mat. There's also an option here to bind around to that right hip. Whatever serves you tonight, be there. After 3 breaths, we'll slowly move out the way we came in. Place that palm down, press up. Inhale that right arm back up, and exhale down into that neutral table. Let's tuck those toes and press back into those feet. Again, massaging out a little bit more. And we'll rise back up, moving to the twist on the other side. So from here, we'll inhale that left arm up, fingers actively reaching towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread that arm through the left shoulder and left ear, coming to the mat. Again, this right hand can stay right beneath our right shoulder or rise to the front of the mat or bind around to the left hip. We'll bring that right palm back in. Press up, untwist, unthread that arm, and come into that neutral table. From here, we'll take one cat-cow. So inhale, open that heart center forward, rise that tailbone. Exhale, press away. Come back to neutral. Walk those hands out just a little bit in front of those shoulders. Curl those toes and slowly rise into our first down dog. In down dog, we want one line from the fingers all the way up to the hips. Maybe we bend our knees, patting out the feet, really pressing those shoulders back towards the knees and thighs. From here, we'll take one big step to the front of the mat. We'll take some nice spine massage movements here, so slowly stacking vertebrae by vertebrae, pull around all the way up, letting that head be the weight that stretches the back spine. Once the shoulders and neck are stacked, we'll roll down, unstacking. First the head, then the shoulders, then vertebrae by vertebrae. Letting everything go. Letting the weight of that day release with every exhale. Once our ribs and thighs meet, down in forward fold, we'll rise again, stacking one vertebrae at a time. All the way to standing. Again, we'll dive back down, unstacking. Letting it feel really good, maybe taking it slower than I'm guiding. Maybe taking it faster, whatever it is you need tonight. We can take blocks here in our forward fold if the mat is not available to us, or we can just come down to the mat on our fingertips or hands. Bend those knees enough so that your ribs and thighs are knit here. This protects that lower back. Pad out those legs. We'll come down, bending those toes, coming on to our toes. This really stretches out those feet. So pressing the heels forward through our ankles. It may be really uncomfortable. If so, just stay here. This might be enough. Take some movement, finding where it feels good for you. From here, we'll slowly find the mat with our hips. My favorite transition down to back is rocking down. So bring our hands back behind our knees and slowly rock out that spine, neutralizing almost like a little self-massage. They can be big, they can be small. Whatever they are, let them eventually settle into your knees, hugging into your chest. Roll out those hips, one knee at a time. Maybe taking opposite circles or simultaneous circles. From here, we'll let that right leg come down, bent on the mat. We'll straighten that left leg up towards the ceiling and come into a reclined figure four. So here, it may be enough to just gently guide out that left knee. We don't want to press right on the knee. The joint is very, very flexible, so we don't want to overextend it. So either just gently press into the leg here, or you can rise a foot to a block here. This might be enough stretch in the hip as well. If not enough, you can reach through to behind your leg, or come into reclined king pigeon, where you interlace those fingers just below the right knee and pull that leg towards the chest. The left elbow is actively pressing into that left leg, opening the hip. And slowly we peel the hips and shoulders back down to the mat because they'll want to rise here. I will mention it's very important we keep these 90-degree angles from ankle to shin and shin to knee, thigh area here so that we're protecting those joints. So we'll take 3 breaths. And then we will release, slowly coming out the way we came. So release that foot down if we came up. Release that leg and hug it in for wind removing pose. We'll let that right leg settle out on the mat and inhale here towards the chin, lengthening. Exhale towards the left side, deepening. Slowly rise out, maybe circle that knee just a little bit. Hug that right knee in to meet the left. And we'll move to the other side. So that left foot comes down flat to the mat. Inhale that right leg up, straight to the ceiling and come into figure 4 on the left side. The right ankle comes just below that left knee. So again, remember the 90-degree angles here in the ankle and the knee so that we're protecting those joints. We can stay here just pressing away on that right leg, or we can rise to that block beneath our foot, reach behind our leg, or come all the way through to reclined king pigeon. All the while that right arm helping to open that right hip. If our shoulders and hips peeled off the mat, try to peel them back down. Slowly, the way we came in, we'll come out, lowering that leg if it's raised. We'll take that foot up to the ceiling, down, and we'll slowly bring that right knee in to the chest for a wind removing pose on the right side. So here our left leg settles out onto the mat. Inhale, length through that right knee towards the chin. Exhale, compress over to the right side. It's a useful tool to be aware of where the energy moves in each posture. So here in wind removing pose, the energy, the inhale moves through the knee towards the chin, finding length. And on the exhale, the energy moves over to the side and deepens that compression on our right side. Every posture is different, but it's good to become aware of where the energy is moving. From here, we'll slowly circle out that knee. Maybe take a clearing breath. Hug those knees in. Take any last rocks and slowly settle into Shavasana. At the end of a long day, I like keeping my feet together and letting my knees settle out to the side. Maybe having blocks there to prop them up, or just letting them rest with gravity. We can also come out to feet straight on our mat. That's also an option here. So in Shavasana, either with your feet together or straight out, our heels touch, toes play outward, palms facing up by our sides. We tuck that chin to the chest and then settle that spine back down to the mat, finding as much length along the backside body as we can. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you would like before rolling into bed for a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you all for flowing with me tonight. If you liked what you saw, please remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time.